Let's go find the treasure, eh? What's up, everyone? This is Ben Falcon's Media Corner back again with a brand new AK After Assault review episode for today. This one's going to be on a release for 2022, which this one already came out just a couple months ago, in which my friends have already reviewed this film, and they've asked me was I ever going to review this film, and I said of course I would, but I had so many skit ideas I just didn't know which one to fit in with this review, so I just thought I should just review this film straight away. And today I'm here for you guys to tell you what I thought of this film. And so today's review is going to be my review on the 2022 action-adventure film based on the Naughty Dog game series, and that is, of course, the big screen adaptation of course, Uncharted. And, of course, like I said, this is based on the game series that were released by the PlayStation company. And, of course, I have the 4 games here for the PS4. I've played all 4 of these games, and I even replayed these games in preparation for this movie. And this film was directed by Ruben Fleischer, the man behind Venom, 30 Minutes or Less, Gangster Squad, and the 2 Zombieland movies. And this stars Tom Holland as Nathan Drake and Mark Wahlberg as Victor Sullivan, or Sully. And in this film, we see how they first met, and then of course we see them becoming as a team, which they are on this trail of puzzles where they're trying to find this 500-year-old treasure that was found by this well-known treasure hunter from many years ago. And of course, there's this villain out there who's by the name of Santiago, who's played by Antonio Banderas, who's after this treasure, and for his family's legacy and stuff. And it's basically close up to Nathan Drake and Sully to try and find this treasure before the villain of this movie can get his hands on this treasure. So that's pretty much the story, the simple story really of Uncharted. Now, like I said, I have played these games before in the past, and I still play these games to this day since I'm a big fan of this franchise. I was actually introduced to this franchise since 2011 with the second game. Then I played the first game, the third game, and the fourth game. Drake's Fortune was a great start to this whole new video game franchise since the Tomb Raider series. It was a great, fun, entertaining game in that series. The second one, Among Thieves, I personally think is my favorite of the whole series. There was so much improvement over the last game. It's not like the first game was bad. The first game is a really good fun, but I thought the second was awesome. I had a lot of fun with the second one. I still love playing the second one. And Drake's Deception, the third game, was loads of fun as well. I had a great time fun with playing that game. And A Thief's End, the fourth game, I had a lot of fun with that one. It was way better than 3 and 1. But I don't know if I like it a little bit more than the second one, though, because I really love even though I do love 4, because there was so much new stuff to it that I just couldn't stop loving when I started playing that game when I first got it. And when I heard there was going to be a film adaptation of the series, I was a little bit curious, but also kind of a bit excited at the same time, because usually for some video game movie adaptations, some of them don't really hold really well. Some of them just don't really show faithfulness to the games and stuff like that. Like, there are some I do enjoy, but those a few I just don't really tend to enjoy that much. And when I heard the cast and choices of Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg were who they were going to play, there was a lot of speculation going on the internet, I think, because people thought that Tom Holland was way too young to play Nathan Drake, and they thought that Mark Wahlberg should have been Nathan Drake and all that. But I was still interested in the film since I'm a fan of this series. And I didn't see this on opening day in my area in the UK because I was really busy with work, and I was seeing other stuff at the time. I was seeing like some releases I wasn't kind of interested in seeing, but I decided to see them first and then save this one for last. I didn't see this on the US release day because there was some problems in my area with the storms and all that. So I went to see this on the next day, and my screening was completely packed. There was a lot of people who were seeing this movie alongside with me. And after seeing this film, I don't think I'm with the critics on this one, because critics are kind of divisive with this film. Well, some are not enjoying this one, but I'm totally not with this one. I thought this film was just a decent watch for myself here. Not everything in this film is bad. There are definitely some saving graces in this film I enjoyed. Like Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg, for the most part, were pretty good together in this film. I thought they were pretty good in this film, and their chemistry together in this film was pretty fun for the most part. And as for everyone else, like Antonio Banderas as the villain was pretty solid as the villain. As for everyone else, I thought they were fine for the most part. And while the casting choices may distract some fans from the game series, and luckily, I wouldn't say it was as rushed like the new Resident Evil reboot was, because I kind of found the casting in that film just pretty rushed, really, and just didn't look anything like their characters whatsoever. And luckily for Uncharted, it's nothing like that here. But the action sequences in this film were pretty epic and action-packed and entertaining for the most part, like one involving flying pirate ships. That was pretty entertaining for the most part. And one involving a plane that referenced the third game, which I really liked, as well as one involving a party, like an auction party that was like in the fourth game. That was pretty entertaining. And while this film doesn't really focus a whole lot of action, it does kind of focus on puzzle solving, which I would say the puzzle solving in this film was not too bad, but I just kind of find them fun to watch when you play the games and all that, which that I like the puzzle solving in the games a lot more better than this film. Not like the whole puzzle solving is bad. I just personally enjoyed the puzzle solving a bit more in the games. Well, for the moments like that, it does get a bit slow paced when it doesn't really focus a whole lot of action. It doesn't pick up towards the final act when we do see some big, heavy action packed moments in the pretty big, heavy like action sequences. And the storytelling in this film, it was decent at best. There are times where it just doesn't feel like an Uncharted film. It just feels like a big treasure hunting film that just doesn't feel like Uncharted whatsoever. It may feel like any other treasure hunting film out there, rather than Uncharted, like say Indiana Jones, The Mummy, Tomb Raider, or anything else like that. Well, and while for like the whole storytelling of like how Nathan Drake and Sully first met, I kind of like that way more in the third. Then I kind of liked it in the third game way more than this. Because and for this film, I thought it was just fine, but I just personally liked it a bit. I liked it a bit more in the third game. And while for some like treasure hunting moments, it can be fun, but for having the characters from Uncharted in a film like this, it just does. There are some moments where it just doesn't feel like Uncharted whatsoever. Really, I could say the people who were behind this film at least tried. At least it didn't like. At least it didn't fail whatsoever, because I thought it was fine. The whole storytelling was just fine. There just definitely are some problems with it though. But in the end, guys, Uncharted, it wasn't a bad watch. It's definitely not a bad video game movie adaptation out there, and I could say it's a attempt they tried their best. But if you're a fan of this game series, or if you're a fan of any of these casts like Tom Holland or Mark Wahlberg, or you're a fan of like treasure hunting stuff from movies, you may have fun with this one. Fans may either enjoy it or hate it. If you miss your chance to see this in cinemas, it is available. It is available to rent on any app of your choice. It'll be coming out pretty soon on physical media, and I might get my own copy, but who knows? That's pretty much all I have to say about the Uncharted movie. I'm going to give Uncharted 3 out of 5. Like I said, it was a decent watch, and I wouldn't say it's as bad like some critics are saying it is, like they're making it out to be. Because again, critics are kind of divisive with this film. Some are either mixed or hating this film. Personally, like I said, I didn't hate this film. I wasn't let down with this whole film when I went to see this on the big screen. While there was a few who enjoyed this film, and there was a few from what I've heard that just didn't really enjoy this one. But who knows? You may make your own choice. You have to make your own choice whenever you see this film, if you're a fan of this if you are a fan of this whole game series. So thank you guys so much for watching for my AK After a Soul review on Uncharted, and let me know what you think of this film if you have seen this already. Did you have a blast with this, or were you massively disappointed with this film? So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more reviews, and as always, this has been Foggins Media Corner signing off.